Okay, hi Jan. I finished Jan's socks finally. They look pretty cool. This is Lorna Gross commercial sock yarn from Love Knitting. I just love the pattern it made. I want to put them on my own feet, but I'll be nice and give them to him. Alright, so I'm just going to do the catch a stitch, so I thought I'd show you. See if it helped you a little bit more than the other ones on YouTube. So at the back here is where I had the two needles, needle 3 and needle 1. So what I did was I finished needle 3, I just knit it straight across and put needle 1 onto the same needle to bring the tail to the side. And then this is, at the front is the instep stitches that were left as well. So your working yarn, which I've cut and put onto, the needle, is just at the back needle. So the way I do it is I will knit off the first stitch on the front needle and pull it off, and then I just pull it through a bit of a tug, not too tight, and then you purl on the next one and pull it down. All right? Then I just slide this across a little bit so we don't lose the stitches, and I push the back ones to the front. So then this thread here goes under the needle and pull it to the back. And then you purl off the first stitch, okay, and knit on. And see how it goes over here, just put it underneath so it doesn't, and leave that one on the stitches. Alright, and then you pull it tight, and as you can see under there it pulled it in, so you just give it a bit of a tug, and then we come back to the front again. So what I do is I pull my needle across and push the front one down, and it's just so I don't lose the stitches at all, and it's easier just to flick it off. So I knit it off, so take it off on a knit, and then I purl it on. Alright, and again I will change the needles, pull the yarn under and around the back, and I purl it off.
Molly is so funny. So where are you going now? And I said, well, it's hard being popular.
There, and knit it on. And then I will do the same again, so push that up. And you can see it looks a little bunched up here in the corner here under there, but it's actually not. And when you're tugging it, it's, as it goes along, you'll start seeing that it comes off. And so we want to knit off, slide it off, and pull it up. And see here, this is where you would be getting that bunch happening. So you just lift it up so that it's above, pull this down like this, and then pull it. And then I'm going to purl on. Okay, and trade the needles again. And we're going to make sure this is down and around under the back. And I am going to purl it off. And then I'm going to knit it on. Fumble, fumble. And then give it a tug and pull it around the front, but just lift that down there. So now we do again knit. Change our needles. I'm going to knit it off. And purl it on. Okay, that's the thing here, you've got to make sure it goes underneath that, so just pull your part that's already done a little bit, your needle out, push it in, go underneath to the back, and then we're going to purl one off and pull it to the back, and then we're going to knit one on. Remember, see how it's going to loop over that, so I need to just flick that over. And we're going to pull it tight. And I'm going to push that one in, pull this one out. And see now, as you're going along, it's come off there, so you no longer have that much trouble getting it around underneath that little part here, which is the hardest part when you first start it. So from now on it should go pretty quickly. So we just go, take it off. But you're still going to remember to hold that down and purl it on. Swap it over, purl it off. Knit it on, bring it around, swap them over, knit it off, pull it on, take it to the back, change your needles, pull it off, knit it on, change your needles, and knit it off, pull it on, underneath, change your needles, pull it off, knit it on, change your needles, and you just keep going in this way until you have finished them all. And then what I would usually do then is I thread it back through that last little part. I'll show you in a minute when I get to it. And you can, as you get used to it, you can go off and on in one swoop move. Makes it easier for you, but until you get used to it, just do it separately. Okay, so I'm nearly finished down to the last two stitches. Knit it off, purl it on, purl it off, knit it on, knit it off, one needle down. Whoops, a bit tricky here. Off, purl it off. Okay, and then what I do here is I give a tug and push that slip knot down there. Then what I do, so we don't have a nice little dog tail, dog ear or whatever you want to call it, I'll just try and put that back through around the same area as it come out, thread it through and under. Oh, lost the yarn. Try again. Yes, alright, try again. Where am I? So I want to get rid of the ear, the lump. So push it through. And then you just literally pull it and see how it just flicked through. One second. When I pulled it, just pulled that rest of it through. So now there's no dog ear on the other side, which I'll show you in a minute. And now here, what I find is if I do a zigzag, weave the ends in, because we don't want it to come undone and we don't want a really thick piece of yarn underneath your toes there. I don't go back over the same area, I just go up beside it and I do turn it around again and I do a zigzag, a Z. That way it gives it plenty of area to stretch without pulling out the tail at all. And then snip it. I love our hospital scissors, they throw them away here. And so we always snabble some pairs while we're here. And then there you go, you catch a stitch. No dog ears, nice and smooth on both sides. Ready to wear. Hope that helps. Bye.